What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Creatia Conversation, where we talk creativity and media and all that nerdish. I'm your host, Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined today by my co-host, Mar, the motherfucking Shark Watkins. How you doing, Mar?
Hello, I'm doing good.
And I believe we have some other hating ass nigga in here too. Who else is here?
We're joined by our buddy, the patron saint of podcasting, the warden Matt Ritter.
How you doing, Matt?
The fuck was that about?
It was about you mocking me and being a hater. That's what that was about.
Oh,
I mock you every week. What's new?
What did I do?
I didn't say you were new to being a hater. I just called you a hater. I didn't say it was new.
No,
I was like, I said our buddy, and I was like, what did I do?
The countdown was fucking with me because I only heard audio on my left headset.
Is it supposed to be like that? Because I also heard that too.
And it was fucking with me, and I'm like, did my headphone? Or is there? Listen, I told Travis this ahead of time. There's been a lot going on in the Ritter household. Our basement flooded. My computer was not plugged in for 2 days and currently has 42% battery. So we are on the rise. It is going up. We're doing good. But everything was all fucked up. So we're good. We're here. This may be the last time you see this background. Things are happening. But yeah, no. Hating is the only thing that brings me joy, Travis. So just let me be a hater.
Hate brings him joy. That's all right. That's cool. I'm using different headphones this week, so everything feels different.
Feels like he got brand new ears.
Kinda. And it's like, but it's not, these headphones aren't new. I just hadn't really used them for this before. Not sure why. I don't remember. Well, I have. I just haven't used them in a long time for this. So it's an adjustment. They're headphones I got a long time ago when I was in school, actually. They're really fucking expensive. I just wasn't using them. But now I am. So we'll see how it all works out. Anyway, what y'all been up to? What you been watching? What you been playing?
Oh, you want me to go, Mara?
Every week I feel like a deer in the headlights with this question.
All right. So I haven't really been playing anything new. Just Fortnite. And did I tell y'all I maxed out Ghostface already? Like,
you did not.
MK1, yeah. It's the only character, and I've owned the game since it came out, that is max level. I can't unlock or do anything more with. I really got into playing as Ghostface and fucked around with that. I finished Mayfair Witches on Netflix, which is an older show that's got Alexander Daddario in it, and I've said many times, I will watch anything with Alexander Daddario in it. So I watched that entire series, and it was all right. I watched Transformers 1, Travis.
Okay.
First time?
It was good. I enjoyed it. I realize every time I watch something new Transformers, how little of the lore about Transformers I really know.
Well, a lot of this stuff is added on. Like,
I'm not a fan of Optimus Prime and Megatron having other names before they became Optimus Prime and Megatron.
We were talking about that earlier today because I think FX was showing a few of them. When I came home from picking up Luna from school, I think Bumblebee was ending, and they kind of like implied that the girl, Haley Steinfeld's character, I forgot her name, but it doesn't matter. She never comes back, as far as I know. Gave Bumblebee the name Bumblebee, but then like Chris was like, I feel like they showed in a flashback from one of the original 3 that his name was already B.
Yeah. Well, like, so also, you know, he's talking about the new animated movie that came out, right?
Oh.
Yes, I'm talking about the new animated movie. So like,
I thought about that a second ago when he was like, just now because you said Transformers 1, which is what the movie's called. But she thought you were talking about the older Transformers
like
movie,
the first
you know, with Shia LaBeouf and all that shit. I'm like, that must be what she's thinking about right now. But
yeah. No, so Optimus Prime's name is like Orion something, and Megatron's got like a regular ass name, like
Orion
too.
Pax, was that it?
Yeah, Orion Pax, and then whatever the fuck Megatron's name was. I'm like, no, you are Optimus Prime and Megatron. I don't like this. Like, finding shit and becoming Optimus Prime.
Becoming a Prime and shit, yeah.
Instead of your name.
Actually roots in them.
Neither here nor there. Bumblebee, as far as I know, is just, and this I'm okay with. It made sense. It was just like B127, whatever. Like it was just a letter and a number, like a designation for a robot. And then Bumblebee was a nickname. So that, like, okay, that I get. But like giving them regular human names bugged the fuck out of me. But other than that, I enjoyed it. It was a cool story.
You got to think though. Remember, Matt, even in Beast Wars, other than Megatron and Optimus, they all gave themselves names when they got there, So
yeah, but I feel like again they had like robot names, like designations, not names.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then they became Rat Trap, and they became Rhinox, and they became Cheetor, like because what they picked. But anyway, so those are those two things. As far as my challenge goes, because we're a couple weeks behind, week 3 I watched Abigail, Accepted, Across the Universe, Addams Family Values, which was close to but not on Thanksgiving, and I'm kind of sad because I consider that a Thanksgiving movie.
It is.
Adventureland and Alien. And then week 4 was pretty much all what? You made a face.
Who?
You.
No?
He has sunglasses on.
Well, his mouth still moves, his face still. Just because he has sunglasses on doesn't mean there's no.
I'm being funny.
Week 4 was Aliens, Aliens 3, Aliens Resurrection, which like, do you own any movies like because you bought a bundle or something and it's part of a franchise, but you like don't like a movie in that franchise? Because that's Aliens Resurrection for me.
Yes. The Rocky movies. I do not like Rocky 5.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. Alien versus Predator, All Dogs Go to Heaven, and All Dogs Go to Heaven 2.
I remember the second one existing, but I don't remember what happened in the second one. But All Dogs Go to Heaven was my shit as a kid.
Carface joins up with the devil, who is a cat.
That tracks. But yeah, I remember that whole. Where was I at? Where I was just, it was probably around here, and I started singing that song from All Dogs Go to Heaven. That let's make music together, and Monty was like, "What are you singing?" I'm like, "It's a song from All Dogs Go to Heaven."
So All Dogs Go to Heaven 2 is the one where Charlie goes back to Earth to find Gabriel's horn, but then finds some pussy and gets distracted.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
I don't think I ever actually saw it then.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not bad.
Cool.
And that's Masked Singer. We've been watching Oak Island, just the regular stuff that we watch together. Almost done, or no, we finished. We finished Hysteria. We're done with Hysteria. That was really good. I enjoyed the shit out of Hysteria. Okay. It was good. It was real good. It's worth watching. I think you'd like it, Mara.
I think so.
Cool.
Do you want to go next? Do you want me to go next?
Go ahead, Mara.
So I did watch The Girls Gone Wild, the Untold Story docu-series. I watched all 3 episodes in one sitting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's a good watch. I feel like I remember seeing those ads all the time on Comedy Central and MTV because I was up late. What I think I did actually learn from the documentary, I did not realize that there was actual like scenes, like sex scenes on the videos. I thought like other people thought they were always just silly girls flashing their titties. Or possibly their coochie or their
for like the first 40 minutes, and then the last scene was always someone getting banged on the bus.
Yeah, so and it's sad to hear about like the girls who they did interview, because it's like not realizing that a lot of their names, if you Google them, the videos do come up, and a lot of those a lot of the footage that was purchased by another company, and those shits are still online like to this day. Even though they were like there were instances of like younger girls being on there, so it was
I I would download those on the various platforms that we had at the time, you know, the Kazas and LimeWires and such back in the day when I was in high school.
LimeWire.
Yeah. Kazaa was first though. That was the one that was, you know, you thought LimeWire fucked your computer up. But anyway, I would download some of those. I watched some of those. There was a girl on one of them, like they had the whole scene when they had them, you know, by themselves on the bus when they like, play with their pussy and shit and all that kind of whatever. And there was a girl on there. It looked exactly like this girl that went to our high school. I knew it wasn't her. Like it definitely wasn't her, but it could have been a dead ringer for her if you like, you know.
It wasn't her, but it didn't matter to Travis.
That wasn't even why. Because the thing is, I didn't even find this girl all that attractive. Like, you know, honestly, blondes don't do it for me like that. But
oh yeah, you went to Marion. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I was in there and I mentioned it to one other person at school, and I regret it to this day because like a week later, everybody would bring it up to me, and I'm just like, oh shit, I know she's heard this now. Now I feel like shit because it's just like, because it's not her, but so many people are gonna think it is now, and all that guys like, yo, I was kidding. It's not actually her, y'all. Like,
it's not. I was being haha funny.
Fuck. But yeah. The idea that somebody now owns that and can just have it out there like that is
But yeah, that guy, the guy who made it, I forgot his name. They also have audio of him. Like they got to I guess the people who originally started the project got to interview with him, not video, but like audio down in his wherever he is place of comfort. But that guy is a dickhead. What else have I watched? Nothing else new, I don't think. Excuse me. Oh, I did watch the most recent episode of Vice where they are talking about, it's like the dark side of reality TV. And they did one on America's Next Top Model. And I was like,
you've been looking for an America's Next Top Model documentary for so long.
And it was such a like good watch because they had one girl who I forgot about, and as soon as I saw her, I was like, I remember you. But I want one where it's like a. Did you just knock your mic over?
I didn't even touch it. That's the thing.
Oh,
I don't know what happened. It just
yeeted itself.
It just slid off the desk.
I want one where they do like an even further like deep dive into it. Like I want them to give Tyra a chance to talk. Outside of her like her little tweets here and there, like, I'm sorry about the impact that the show might have had, or yeah, this might not have been a good choice of a challenge.
See, here's the thing. I didn't really watch America's Next Top Model. There was a period of about maybe 6 months that the person I was dating watched it every Wednesday, so I would watch it with her. But like I was never like really into it. So what are some things that people talk about that like are just really shitty about the show?
Well, I mean, one, a lot of the way that the judges or others would comment on their bodies, of course, in today, it wouldn't age well. But one of the girls, Lisa, who was on 2 of the seasons, she went home on 1, and then she ended up winning the All-Stars competition. It was like so. It was
appreciate that, my man.
It was so bittersweet because the girl who actually won the All-Star season she was crowned and then she was decrowned because they found out she had a history, quote unquote, of sex work, but mainly because she was trafficked at some point in her life. And so, but apparently like the producers and everyone knew that already. Like they knew that from like her background in general. Like, you know, why would that matter? Like I'm pretty sure some of these models didn't just become a model weren't just discovered one day, you know, like Some of them start in a low place and find their way out.
Exactly. Like, how many of them do you find working in a strip club? Like, come on now.
So that has been a thing that has come up a lot about them. The one girl who was the runner up of the last season when VH1 took them on, she had alopecia, so she wore wigs. They had that girl take off her wig and they like shaved the rest of like the remaining hair she had left underneath. They shaved it off and she was not ready for that. And she was, but they also did all of it like while they were recording, like it was
On
that was
camera.
yeah, like she like was not get like you knew like they would probably do something for her hair or to her hair.
Yeah, there was a whole. I remember the person I was dating at the time would, so it said this to me like every year they cut somebody's hair.
Yeah,
really short, and it's just
But I was like, for a girl with like an autoimmune disease, and that's like her like remaining hair, I was like, you gotta have like a therapist call about that first. Like, you can't just be shaving these bitches' hairs off when you know like that's not something she can just la-di-da get back.
Yeah, that is fucked up.
So they talk something about like some of the trauma, like the girl who won the All-Star season. There was a challenge where they had to go through like kind of like a cadet field test, like where they're doing like a mud run. Think like mud run.
Okay.
Like those kind of things. Obstacle course. Jesus Christ. But like the ground wasn't dirt, it was apparently manure. And the girl Lisa said that she in her interviewing getting onto the show, she told a story, like a traumatic story about when her grandfather had died. At the funeral, her grandmother had gotten up, gone to the bathroom, and ended up, I guess she had like a stomach bug or something like that, but she had like explosive diarrhea. And she was recalling that like she went to go find her grandmother and found her amongst like this entire, so like obviously she now has like a weird thing probably with poop and stuff. And so as they're like going through this obstacle course, she said at the end of it, she was like, holy shit, that challenge is because of my story. Because why in the fuck else would they have us crawling around in shit? And then they started realizing that, like, because they asked them things like, what are your biggest fears? What are your biggest traumas? What are your biggest regrets? And
we can capitalize on it and traumatize you.
And they use it in their fucking challenges. Like one girl's friend like OD'd and died while she was away. And then that challenge, they did the 7 deadly sins and they all had to be in an open casket in an open grave. So, and it's crazy because I used to love that show. Like growing up, I was wondering why Matt sat still for so long on that base. I was like, yo, he's really taken with what I was saying.
I figured something was happening. I'm like, what are we? Are we gonna?
Nope, not gonna address it.
Not coming back.
We're gonna let him take his time and come on back.
Yeah. I was hoping he'd fix it and not have to drop all the way out, but yeah.
But yeah, it's just like I used to love that show, and I think like watching it as I was growing up. I mean, like I was probably high school into college by the time it ended. I think it ended actually not too long after I had Luna, because they started gapping the seasons out further. I think also because COVID, I think, fucked some shit up after that. But not realizing how controversial some of those shits were. And then when I went back, like most people did during lockdown, and started rewatching, and it was like, no, it's not Fear Factor, it's America's Next Top Model. So it's Fear Factor for models. Going back and realizing how problematic some of them shits were when they had them do the race swap. They did a racial swap for like a Got Milk ad campaign, and it was like, bro, what are y'all thinking? They had white girls up there doing blackface with then a milk mustache. And it's like, and then holding a baby or a toddler from the ethnicity they're supposed to be portraying. Like, it's some crazy shit. Like, shit you could not get away with today. I'm sorry, Matt, that you missed all of that. But I'm also sure you don't care. It's okay.
Yes and no. So it all started with Dark Side of the Ring. And then you got Dark Side of the 90s, Dark Side of Reality. No, the series, it was originally Dark Side of the Ring is where all of this started, and then all these other Dark Side shows spawned from that. So it's interesting to hear because I've heard a lot of criticism about these shows because, like, with Dark Side of the Ring, it's like Chris Benoit murdered his family and then offed himself, or this guy got stabbed in Puerto Rico to death in a shower locker room after a match, or, you know, like all this stuff, like the Vince McMahon steroid trial scandal that was like huge in the 90s. So like hearing what's going on like Dark Side of Reality TV, I've heard, oh, well, that's nothing compared to blah, blah, blah. But like some of the stuff you're talking about was actually kind of interesting for the dark side of the show. Obviously no murder, but
no murder. But I feel like the long-lasting emotional trauma, and at the end of the day, a lot of them
emotional damage.
I think the major common theme I saw, because like I remember I watched this as like also like a preteen teenage girl being like, oh, I wish I could be tall and thin and watch this and be on this. And then she opened up like the different like aesthetics to you could be shorter and still try to go on. You could be a college student, maybe get some scholarship money. And it's like now hearing that most of them, the ones like some of them did go on to have very promising careers. Even if they didn't win, a lot of them wouldn't be touched by a modeling agency. So when I think of the amount of dreams that were crushed, the amount of girls that went broke being on that show because they didn't really pay them that well, or they had to like ration whatever savings that they had, and knowing that girls were scraping to get there. One girl said she slept in a bus depot just to make it to auditions. Like, bruh, I couldn't even fathom the idea of a show like that being on today.
Whew. Well, that was a lot. But anything else?
Nah, that's all I've been watching, really. One of my other favorite podcasts rebranded themselves. I thought they were ending, but they actually just are changing the chapter.
Talk about Office Ladies?
No, Horrible Decisions.
I said that just to fuck with Matt because it's a podcast about The Office. So,
Horrible Decisions. Shout out to Weezy and Full Court Pumps. If you guys find your way on the nerdy.
They're bringing back Extreme Home Makeover. The downside of that show, some families' homes were foreclosed because they couldn't pay the mortgage.
So one family, like I remembered I remembered watching the episode, and because I was telling Chris about it, it was like the family just wanted them to redo a children's wing because the little girl had like leukemia or something. They just wanted them to give it a facelift. They redid their entire house without them knowing. They said the first electricity bill they got was about $15,000. It stresses more on like they do all these extravagant upgrades to these people's houses, but don't consider that the means of their lifestyle is not going to change. Ooh. I recommend watching the show. It's on Hulu.
You're on Hulu.
Might be.
I got a few things that I've, watched and played over the last couple of weeks. One of them, Matt played it as well. The Dynasty Warriors Origins demo. Check that out. And I know you weren't really feeling it because you didn't really get what you wanted out of Dynasty Warriors, and I understand. But you got to remember, like I mentioned before, this is Dynasty Warriors Origins, not Dynasty Warriors 10. So this is like,
I understand that, but also when you give me a game and you call it Origins, I expect Origins, not some new rando. I don't know. That I'm
So,
forced to play with.
Played that. The gameplay itself, I enjoyed. We'll see how I feel about the game itself because I am going to get it. I'm going to
Bless
play
you.
it.
Gesundheit. Get it the fuck together.
3 times every time. Every single time. It's always in
That's
threes.
all I give you. You get 1, 2, and if you don't get it together the third time, get out.
No, what I'm telling you is wait till the 3rd time. After that, you can tell me to go fuck myself, but it's going to be in threes every time.
Okay.
Oh, man. Probably
I'm sorry, Travis. Continue.
one of my favorite things I've ever heard Mara say. Yeah.
That's getting clipped for YouTube.
God bless you, Gesundheit. Get it the fuck together. Oh, man. So, yeah, there's that. Also, watch this anime called Mashal. It's one that Amani's been wanting to watch for quite some time. Yeah. It is 100% because of the song.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's not.
And it doesn't happen until season 2, and she was very disappointed.
It was so funny. I mean, I already knew that part, but then Chris's son Julian started watching it. But like this kid like binges through things so fast. And so like it felt like one day I heard he was watching it, and I think like 2 days later I heard the theme song for season 2 come on, and I turned around so fast and I was like, how the hell are you in season 2 already? How have you been going to school, doing homework, playing Fortnite, watching all this, watching My Hero, and also making it to season 2 of this show?
Doesn't have a job.
That's
how
school is.
School
He's watching
is
it
8
at school.
hours.
Say again.
He's watching it at school.
That would make the most sense. That would probably make the most sense up here.
So yeah, we watched that. We got through both seasons.
I gotta catch up.
Also started rewatching Seven Deadly Sins because I hadn't seen it since the 2nd season or 3rd season, maybe way back when, and I didn't remember anything, and I wanted to watch the rest of it. But I'm like, if I watch the rest of it, I need to watch the first shit again. So we've made it through 3 seasons of Seven Deadly Sins, so we've seen all that I've seen now. So we can, watch the movie and the other stuff and all that now. So got through that, and then a new show on Disney Plus. You may or may not be surprised that I'm watching this, Skeleton Crew, the Star Wars show.
Why would we not be surprised you're watching a Star
Wars?
Because
Because I've mentioned before that I like Star Wars when it doesn't involve any of the Jedi and Sith shit. That stuff is typically my favorite stuff. Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie. It's the one I like. Like, I enjoyed The Mandalorian. I enjoyed Boba Fett.
I mean, Boba Fett and The Mandalorian had some Jedi. I mean, the whole blade is rooted in...
I did not see a Jedi in that show.
Ahsoka Tano was in the show. She was a Jedi.
When?
What was that, season 3 of The Mandalorian?
Didn't get to season 3. That makes sense. Okay. Only watched 2 seasons. That's why I had no idea what you were talking about. Like, wait, what?
Like, what?
It's Rosario Dawson.
I know who that is.
Okay.
I just didn't see it.
Still looks fine as fuck, too. I love Rosario Dawson.
But yeah, the stuff that doesn't center around the Force and the Jedi and all that shit, I always enjoy it. So, Skeleton Crew, pretty cool. Centered around kids. Kids are funny, so it was cool. And Jaleel White's in it.
I saw a clip of him earlier today. I don't know if it was old or not, but it was him talking about like the Key and Peele sketch.
Yeah, he's been doing the rounds of some interviews lately. So.
Oh, okay. I was just like, I don't know why YouTube put this on my algorithm.
Got a book coming out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I might want to read.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's been basically it for me. Besides the usual, still, Dragon Age of Veilguard still on my playlist. I'm still getting through that. Abbott Elementary's up going. So watching that. Great British Bake Off. The finale was last week. Finished that. So that's about it. But That's enough of that. Let's get into the show now that we're 30 minutes in. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget you can watch us live in a couple places. You can watch us on Twitch at twitch.tv/Creatia World. And while you're there, we'd appreciate you subscribing. If you do that, you can do it pretty easily. You can actually do it for free if you have Amazon Prime, because if you got Amazon Prime, that means you got Prime Gaming. So you put your Amazon account together with your Twitch account, put them together, Fusion, they come together, they form Prime Gaming, and you can get a free subscription every month. We appreciate you giving that to us, but please use it in some way. If you don't use it, you lose it. You can also watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/Creatia World. You can subscribe there for free. It doesn't cost you a damn thing. I'll tell you all about it. It's youtube.com/Creatia World. I'll tell you about it some more until I see it on the screen, because that's, where we're going. youtube.com/Creatia World. There we go. You can subscribe there for free. Hit the little subscribe button. Right next to the subscribe button is a little bell. You know what I want you to do? Look at that bell. See the little bean hanging from it? Flick that bean. Flick it. Flick it. Flick it. You get notified every time we go live, every time we drop a new video, all that good stuff. So thank you all for watching very, very much. I have a couple of announcements I want to get out of the way too. Next week, we are doing a watch along for the Game Awards. So we will be here, same regular time, because the Game Awards happens at the time we normally do this show. So that'll be cool. We'll be hanging out, watching that. It's also my birthday, so we'd appreciate you hanging out with me for my birthday and watch the Game Awards with us. Because, hey, I love games. I love award shows. For games, not all award shows, because all award shows aren't this entertaining. But there's a lot of, game trailers that's going to drop and all that kind of stuff, announcements and shit. It's a great time. So hang out with us, watch the Game Awards. Also, after that, the Creatia Conversation will be taking a 2-week break. So, holidays and all that kind of stuff, so we can be with family and all that. And then we'll be back on January 2nd. Matt, I believe you said that Getting Off and Smacking Raw will be taking a hiatus starting when?
The week after Christmas, or the weekend after Christmas, and the weekend after New Year's. So the 27th, 28th, and the 3rd and 4th. What is that?
The 2nd is when we come back for Creatia Conversation, so it's not that.
So then the 3rd and 4th. So there will be no Getting Off or Smacking It Raw January.
But feel free to get off on your own time.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to get off on your own time. What? Oh, that's why it's 2024.
Surprise.
All right. January 3rd and 4th. No Smacking Raw or Getting Off. And December 27th and 28th. No Getting Off or Smacking Raw. So cool. But we will be here the 20th and the 21st.
And there we go. Mara, heads and tails.
Heads.
What's your topic?
Name your holiday Hallmark movie. Oh, thank you. Name your holiday Hallmark movie. Plot don't matter. You're just starring in it. Essentially, as far as I know, all Hallmark movies are the same fucking plot, just with or without snow. Yeah.
Sometimes you get a good one though, like Die Hard.
But that's not a Hallmark movie.
Could have been.
Okay.
Anything's a Hallmark movie played on Hallmark.
You right. I'll go first. Okay. I think mine is pretty self-explanatory. Mine was called A Very Dank Holiday. And then on the movie poster, it'll be me in my lovely holiday outfit. It'll be Ella cute. It'll be whatever male co-star I am assigned to. Probably won't be anyone that I realistically want to be with. Probably some clean-cut white guy who looks like a tech bro. And behind me will be a Christmas tree, but instead of a Christmas tree, it'll be a very big nugget.
Interesting.
Yeah. I just wanted to paint a picture for y'all.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Plot doesn't matter. Here's the plot of my movie.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, just here's a poster.
I struggled with this. So I'm bad at stuff like this, right? So I did Inside the Mind of a Katie, and one of the questions that she asked is, what would be the name of your autobiography? And I came up with like some what I thought was like very non-funny, straightforward, just boring ass bullshit name for my autobiography, and I was not happy with it after the fact. So now you're sitting here, and I'm like scrolling through, trying to like find a theme or something other than Christmas in the title, or Christmas related things. Like, do they nothing? So I just decided, and now mind you, Hallmark probably won't put this on their channel, but if it's for me, it's a spit or swallow Christmas.
Hallmark After Dark.
Is there a Hallmark After Dark?
We can
petition for it.
Yeah, we'll start that.
You want more viewers, Hallmark? This is how you do it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, start at like 10 p.m. and then, because by then the kids should be in bed. And
around the same time that Real Sex used to come on HBO.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to premise real quick, Mara, since you were setting stages, a podcaster and father of two tries to balance work, hobbies, and family while also rekindling his romance with his wife over the holiday season. A spit or swallow
like comedy.
Can be.
Yeah.
Well, mine, I decided to call it Unc is Coming to Town, because it's also slightly based on someone who we may or may not know. Basically, it's about this gentleman who's, everybody's favorite uncle, because when he comes to town, he brings the kind of gifts that the parents don't want the kids to have, the things that make a big mess, the things that make a lot of noise, They enjoy when Unc comes to town, but, he's inherently selfish, he just does his thing, comes in, says hi, peace out. Until one day he meets a lovely lady that changes all that for him and, makes him a more kind soul, and makes him care more and all that. And then you get the big happy holiday moment in front of the tree like you all saw, in every movie that you've ever seen.
When do we get to meet that version of Unc in real life?
What you mean? I don't know who who?
Hold on a second. Let me
name
your holiday Hallmark movie.
Yeah, it says I'm starring. It doesn't mean it's about me.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, the plot doesn't matter. Same story. Rekindling the intimacy with his wife. Somehow meets a young lady, partnered up with some weird white dude. Like, it's essentially the same story, 3 different ways.
So yeah, that's mine. That was fun though.
Thank you.
What about y'all? What would be your Hallmark movie? Give us a name, and if you have a plot, tell us about it right there in the comments. We'd appreciate it.
Hell yeah. I don't know what made me think of that. I think that was just like, I was like, I want to do something creative. I want to do something holiday related, since I won't be here next week. But
I mean, you wouldn't have topics next week anyway, so
I know. But I need some creative for my last show of the year, I guess.
I feel you. All right. So, got a few choices for a trailer. We got 2 games and an anime.
Anime.
Matt didn't say anything. Okay.
Well,
Matt gave the face of like, I guess we're just gonna go with the default.
I feel like in these situations, Mari yells anime and Matt will be like, nah, games. And Travis will be like, all right, we're going to put on the anime anyway. So it doesn't really matter what I say.
It does. It matters who speaks up first, actually. But,
I unmuted myself with the whole corn on the cob in my hand to say anime. You got to be faster than that, Matt.
So this is one coming to Netflix. Sakamoto Days.
彼はすべての悪党から恐れられ、すべての殺し屋の憧れだった。しかし、
One day.
Oh no.
太った。
Kids will do that to you.
殺し屋には戻らない。
家訓破ったら離婚だからね。
破ったら殺す。
矛盾してるじゃないですか。
いちいち殺してたらキリないね。
バカっつったかこれ。援護を頼んだぜブラザー。これが戦友ってやつか。
このデブにかけられた懸賞金は10億円。
今のお前は家族も守れねえただのデブだよ。
ここからは本気で行かせてくれ。
Wait, what? Oh, like they just transformed him into a younger guy?
人間必死に戦うんだよ。やあ、坂本君。
Did he just avoid a bullet by his chin?
Why does everybody in animes have metal jaws?
You said what?
Why do so many people in animes have metal jaws?
Because metal jaws are cool.
That's their dentistry work.
That's how you show how tough they are. You know, they were able to, withstand putting metal on their jaw, because some shit happened to them.
Okay.
Just accept it.
I did. I said okay. I'm not
Heads or
fighting.
tails, Matt?
Head.
Yep. What's your topic?
What TV sitcom family would you guys most like to spend the holidays with? Whatever holiday of your choice, whether it is Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever. Who would you like to sit down and celebrate with? And you guys can go first.
Okay.
Jinx.
Go ahead, Mark.
You go first, Travis.
God damn it.
I mean, my answer for this is pretty much the answer every time we have a question like this. It's the Banks family. Like, why would I not want to spend the holidays with, Philip and Hillary and, Vivian and Carlton and Will Smith?
Because that holiday dinner
Bang
is going to be on par. I went with the Dumfries / Pritchett family from Modern Family because they crack me up. So I know something hysterical will happen.
Okay.
And I prefer to be on the Dunphy side of the family.
See, yeah, I need some thank you. Some respect on my topic. I almost went that route, Mara. I almost went that route. I considered them. However, randomly, this is not the family I picked, by the way, but randomly, I put on Full House, and Zoe just got mesmerized by Full House.
It's a great show.
So it's kind of what got me thinking. And I don't want to travel to West Philadelphia for the holidays or wherever the fuck the Dunphy family are. Like, I want to stay home.
California.
I want to stay. Family is in California.
Are they in California? Oh yeah, no.
Yes.
West Philadelphia, born and raised, and then yeah. Anyway, I don't want to go to California for holidays. I want to stay
Speaking
home.
of Bel Air, I'm sorry, Matt. It's getting one more season. The show Bel Air, one more season. They're ending it after high school.
Okay. Well, it's great.
I want to go home, have dinner, celebrate, hang out, but still go back home. And the only TV sitcom family I can think of in the vicinity of my area would be the Winslows.
Oh, that's not what you. Okay, I was thinking something else actually.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking the Bundys.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. Because Mara talked about, some shit would go down. Urkel's showing up at some point. That's going to be a time as he crashes in there. I think me and Carl will get along great. I really do. I think me and Carl would be good buddies. And I love Carl Winslow. I got some questions. I need some help as a father from one of the greatest TV fathers of all time. So I've got stuff I can learn from him. He can help me. So yeah, I thought the Winslows would be a great family to sit down and hang out with
I like
for the
that.
holidays.
I like that choice too.
In my brain, I was just like, not the Barr family.
The what?
Barr family. Roseanne's family.
Oh, they are in
no.
Chicago.
That's
That's
how
right.
that's how I
Yeah.
was just like, because he's like, I want to go home. And I was just like, where are you going with this?
I forgot they were in Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere. But yeah, okay. I like that for you.
Okay. Okay.
What about you guys? What family would you guys like to spend the holidays with? And what holiday? Let us know what holiday you want to do.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Drop it in the comments. Let us know. We love to hear it.
I probably want to go to the Dunphys, Pritchett's for Thanksgiving. Because I feel like the dinner part would be fun and interesting. It could go a number of ways depending on who's hosting. But Christmas, I'd want to piggyback with you, Travis. Something tells me the banks would be giving banks for Christmas.
All right, y'all. That was a good one. I got another trailer here. We got a couple of games. And let's see. I'll go with this one. You'll see this and Matt will be like, oh, cool. And then he'll be like, oh, what the fuck?
It's a board game, video game.
It's tactical RPG kind of thing. Like if you played, did you play either of the South Park RPGs?
Yes.
Like the second one.
I like the first one better.
Yeah, I figured. But yeah, it's tactical RPG kind of thing.
It was the Stick of Truth and
The Fractured Butthole.
yeah, the Fractured Butthole. They had another one that came out too that I didn't play.
Oh, the Snow Day one, the one that nobody liked. Yeah,
I really liked the Stick of Truth though.
I did too. Like,
Which is
I also like the Stick of Truth more than the Fractured Butthole.
how are we going to get you to watch Harry Potter? Like, actually sit down and watch Harry Potter, Travis. What do we got to do? Because, like,
really
I'm listening to you talk.
Anything. You really just got to tell Amaya to go ahead and make them watch it because I told her on her birthday 2 years ago that she has carte blanche to sit me down and make me watch all the Harry Potter movies whenever she wants to. She just hasn't done it.
Pull the lever.
But she hasn't, so
I'm gonna get on her on that because, like, I'm sitting here and I see all of the things you enjoy, and I'm like, it's fucking wizards and magic, and like, you don't like the wizards and the magic and the evil religions of Star Wars, which is weird to me.
Yeah, it was weird to me too, Matt. Like I've said this. It makes no sense to me either, but I just don't find it entertaining. I've talked about this. Both of these things are in the Venn diagram of things that Travis should love. I just don't. Then I played Hogwarts Legacy. I enjoyed Hogwarts Legacy. I did. And I like the Star Wars stuff that has nothing to do with the Jedi and the Sith. So, even though, sci-fi samurais with laser swords should have been my shit, but it's not.
It really should.
Anyway, my topic.
I'm ready.
My topic. Inspired by something that Matt said last week when we were watching the trailer for Wallace and Gromit. The only time he likes claymation is when he's seeing two people fight to the death. Let's imagine they brought back Celebrity Deathmatch. What are some fights you want to see? Who do you want to see go at it? Now, there's some obvious ones out there because I've been thinking about this a little bit too. Like Kendrick Lamar and Drake, we need to see that shit. Like that fight needs to happen. Like there's that. Then we can go, reach back a little bit further. Will Smith and Chris Rock. Like we got to see that one too. That's got to happen. And then you can kind of do some other shit, like things that like manufactured rivalries that aren't real, but we can still, make it happen. Like Taylor Swift fighting Beyonce, like shit like that, or like, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, shit like that. Then these days, I figure you'd have to get like YouTube personalities fighting each other and influencers and shit fighting. I don't know them people like that, so I can't tell you who I'd want to see and shit, but I know they're out there. All y'all out there that pay attention to them motherfuckers, yeah, y'all let us know.
The Paul brothers versus Mr. Beast.
Well, the thing is, we've seen them fight already, though. That's the thing. Like
Paul brothers.
No, but we want to see it to the death.
Yeah, like that's.
I guess it's less fun to me if I haven't seen the person fight for real before. But I've seen them both fight.
Well, I mean, theoretically, their fighting is about as real as pro wrestling, and some of the best Celebrity Deathmatch stuff was involving like Stone Cold and stuff like that when he'd come in and do shit.
I want to see Jake Paul take on his brother, like his actual brother.
I just want to watch them both die.
Like somehow, illegal. Like and then somehow, like they'll just make up like some drama between the two of them. How one of them has always resented the other anyway, and then we'll lead them to fucking both dying on the stage. Yeah, you took two of mine though.
Oh, my bad. Which ones did I take?
Drake and Kendrick obviously was going to be on my list. Cardi and Nicki were also another one with a tag in from Meg. Did you finish yours?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, I also said Khloe and Tristan because I feel like Khloe Kardashian deserves to kill that man in a ring.
Okay.
I couldn't think
Tristan Thompson. Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't think of anyone else at the moment, but those were like three. I would even say Krishan and Blueface, even though that's going even further into like Zeus Network people.
That's deep into shit that I kind of heard about tangentially, but I don't really know anything about it.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't understand how it continues to go on, but yeah.
I don't even really know who they are, so I
don't understand where they came from.
What about you, Matt?
Taylor Swift has a lot. You mentioned Beyonce. You got Kim Kardashian. You got Katy Perry. Like, there's a few that we can see in the pop space. Kanye,
Who do you want to see Kim Kardashian fight?
Taylor Swift.
Okay. These are people you want to see fight Taylor Swift. Okay, got you.
And from then the whole recording incident.
Yeah. Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel notably do not like each other from Fast and the Furious. Would really enjoy that. And then like Eminem and MGK, we could have a run-in from Ja Rule, and we could have 50 Cent. Like, we could do some stuff. That'd be great.
Yeah, you get a run-in from Ja Rule, and then 50 Cent comes in and just destroys his life again.
Ja Rule comes out and he looks into the crowd, and the entire like first 5 rows are just missing, and it's just 50 Cent sitting there laughing at him. Like, we could do some great shit. But
somebody has to fight Diddy.
Has to fight who?
Diddy.
Oh, Diddy, yeah.
And I can guarantee you they would put him in baby oil at the beginning of the fight.
You must.
Something that replaced for me Celebrity Deathmatch was Epic Rap Battles of History. And every year that there's a presidential election, they do the presidential election rap battles. So, like, give me Kamala versus Trump.
Yeah, or with Joe in her corner.
Biden versus Trump. That would probably be fun with the way they do them too. Trump's tiny hands and Joe falling asleep. Great shit there.
So confused. He'd probably just walk around the ring like, where is the exit?
Mills Lane has to come back. We need Mills Lane. I'll
He has
allow
to
it.
be the ref.
Need it. And then I was trying to think, like, because Stone Cold, and maybe it's just my memory because I was a huge Stone Cold fan. Maybe he felt like a bigger part of it than he really was to me. But he felt like a big part.
He
So I'm
was
like,
a part of it, but he wasn't like the main part of it. So, but
I know he wasn't the main part of it, but I feel like he was a somewhat significant part of it, at least for me and my enjoyment. So I'm like, what can we give kids these days that's that, right? Like John Cena is pretty much retired and gone. The Rock is off in
Kids only
Hollywood.
know him now as Peacemaker.
Batista is, again, off in Hollywood. So AEW is fairly popular. And I've been calling him
but yeah,
fairly popular. I've been calling him Stone Cold Steve in Cincinnati. John Moxley, who is very much into doing Celebrity Deathmatch as close to possible as he can in real life, by going and working a lot of these independent wrestling shows in GCW and tearing himself apart with barbed wire and all sorts of fucked up shit. And he walks around with a bald head and a beard and jeans. So we could let John Moxley come in and be the new Stone Cold Steve Austin of this, and do some things with some AEW wrestlers. Help, collab with that to spread some word of mouth and push that promotion. Give them a little hype, because the best they're doing now is the Costco guys, and that's just, I mean, I know there are people out there that like them, but it just ain't doing it for me. So I need a little more edge than fucking the Costco guys.
Okay. What about y'all out there? If they brought back Celebrity Deathmatch, who do you all want to see get into the ring and fight to the death in claymation?
I'd want to see Flo from Progressive.
Okay.
Versus
Limu Emu?
Or the guy. Or
Doug?
Mayhem. No, yeah. Or Mayhem from Allstate.
See, I was gonna say Jake from State Farm, but yeah.
Or Jake from State Farm.
Put them all in there, Battle Royale.
Just not the one with the older black guy. I want him out. I want him.
Allstate, yeah, the Allstate guy.
Yeah, no, I want him out. But Mayhem.
That's Allstate stand.
But yeah, I would want to see that. I think that would be funny.
I'd enjoy that too.
Limu, Emu, and Doug.
And Doug. All right. So, well, I have two more trailers here. We only have time for one.
Boo.
The reason why I have two, only one of them is actually a new trailer.
Oh, okay.
The other one, though, it's been exactly 1 year, I believe, yesterday, since the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer dropped.
Has it really been a year?
Yes. It has been a year. So, I also thought we could rewatch that, because I imagine none of us have really watched it again since then.
Oh, that's not true. That girl twerks on top of a car. I watch that at least once a week. I'm joking.
We know.
I just
the fact that just thinking about the idea that you possibly have an alarm that goes off every week telling you to just watch the trailer. Hi, Zoe.
Hey, little white baby.
Hi.
So up here now? We can rewatch that trailer, because last time it came out, me and Matt did an entire episode of just breaking down this trailer, which was fun.
I'm screaming.
So we can either do that, or you've been cooking.
That's for your Play-Doh. You want me to fix it?
And then I want to show you some.
I love how she comes in and commandeers the show.
Yeah.
I love it.
So we can either watch the trailer for this new game here, which, hit or miss maybe, or we can watch the GTA 6 trailer again.
What's the other trailer?
It's a game called Skydance's Behemoth.
No, let's watch GTA 6 again.
Okay.
More excitement. All this Kendrick Lamar stuff, like the new album and shit, and I'm trying to get tickets to go see him on the tour. I was just like, this just makes me want to play Grand Theft Auto even more. I started playing GTA 5 again. Because I'd be using my portal.
Mm-hmm. I had to, talk to folks because I haven't gotten an album in a long time. I pretty
Good
much
night.
music.
Good night.
If I'm listening to music or anything, it's usually coming from Pandora. So I don't know where to get music from anymore. I know Spotify is a thing, but I really just don't use it. But Snoop's got a new album coming out the day after my birthday, and I'm like, I need that in my life. It's the first album he done together with Drake since Doggy Style, and I'm like, yeah, I need to have that.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. And my mom always being lazy to my dad.
What?
Mommy always being lazy.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
What do you mean? But we'll talk about that later. Go.
Katie, we love you. We know what you do. We know how hard you work.
Put the flag down. Take this.
Just know that we have your back. We know the truth.
Oh man.
Kids,
Anyway.
man. Yo, Luna the other day asked me why I forget things so often. And I was like, why would you say that? And she was like, well, I asked for water like 10 minutes ago and you've been walking around the house. And I was just like, oh shit. I was like, I don't forget things. I get distracted very easily.
Which makes you forget.
Yeah, it just takes me to another side mission.
So yeah, let's rewatch this because again,
I
haven't.
Oh, Kate's watching. I was just gonna text you, baby.
All right, here we go. Then we'll end the show after. Tell you, man, fuck them kids.
Lucia, do you know why you're here? Bad luck, I guess.
I remember watching, man, yeah. All this shit is just Florida as fuck. Like that strip club reminds me of King of Diamonds in Miami.
Miami. I wonder how far up in Florida they'll let you go.
I love how so many of these two are based on like
real things
on like actual things. Yeah.
Well, look who's back.
I also love that some of them look real.
We're gonna get through this is by sticking together.
Remember that dude tried to sue. Trust. Oh man, next year, people, next year. At least that's what they say.
I'm going to hope that because they have been quiet, that it is still on track.
I remember it being a long time between trailers for GTA 5 also, though. So it's just like, I don't remember how long, but I remember it being a really long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be it for this week's episode of the Creatia Conversation. We'll be back next week for the Game Awards. But we appreciate you being here. Don't forget you can follow us on, all the socials, one of them being, creatiaworld.com/bsky.social. Find us on Blue Sky, but also on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter for now at It's Creatia World. That is at ITSCREATIA World. Also, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World. And while you're there, you can check out a couple of Facebook groups that we run there. One of them being facebook.com/group/Dem Dragons. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, all that good stuff, jump in there, talk about that shit with us. Or if you just have a cool picture of a dragon, drop it in there because dragons are cool and I love dragons. Also, if you're a wrestling fan, you might want to check out facebook.com/group/Smacking and Raw. Matt, tell them all about that one.
It's a group on Facebook about wrestling, and no, it's actually really chill. Memes, discussions about pay-per-views, TV shows, news, rumors, all that stuff's there without all the extra bullshit and negativity that you get in your regular social media wrestling interactions.
You can find me on all the socials at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Shark, where can they find you?
Those same places at Mara the Shark, MARADASHARK. Just add that the sky, that social for blue sky.
Matrick, where can they find you?
At Smacking It Raw on all of the social media platforms that aren't Twitter, because I am no longer active there. So Blue Sky, TikTok, Threads, and Instagram at Smacking It Raw.
Well, that'll be it for this week's episode. We'll catch y'all next week for the Game Awards. Until then, we out.
I'll see y'all next